Hi, I'm Landon Johnson, and this is my tutorial on how to navigate your way through my Canvas courses. I lay out my Canvas courses a little bit different than many other people do, in that I generally create one Canvas course per academic quarter. I don't break it down into individual courses. That's done actually in the single Canvas course that we have here for first quarter. So when you go to Bates and you go to the Canvas, I'm assuming that you know how to get there already. If you don't, contact me and I will help you get there. But once you get to the Canvas, you will see that there's a course called Landon's First Quarter IART Students, Summer 2020. And of course, if you're watching this later on, it may change. It may no longer be Summer 2020. It'll eventually be Fall 2020, and so on and so forth. But at this time, this is the current course. So, first of all, the way this is laid out, if you look along the left-hand side here, you can see that we're on the home page, which is what you will see when you open the course. All of these options over here on the left-hand side are places that you should visit. Many of them are populated with resources that will help you as you work through this, and I'll identify some of those as we go through this tutorial. So, looking at the text here, you'll see that it encompasses all of the materials for the first quarter of the IART program, which are IART 110, 115, and 118. Now, you may be taking some Gen Ed courses, and they will have their own separate Canvas course entries. So go back to the Canvas screen and you should see any courses that you've registered for that are not part of the IART core. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help you. So looking down a little further, we see instructor contact information. This is how to get a hold of me. I pride myself on replying to emails and other inquiries pretty quickly. So expect a response certainly within a few hours, unless something else is going on. But for the most part, I don't see that being an issue. Course information. You can see that we have the syllabi for the course over here. IART 110, 115, and 118. Those are our syllabi. All of those are clickable links. You can click on these, and when you do, it will cause it to, it's outside of where you can see, but it automatically downloads it into the download folder on your computer. So I now have another copy of the IART 110 syllabus on my computer. So nonetheless, that's how to access the syllabi. Those syllabi are also over here on the left-hand side in the Files section, but we'll go ahead down that rabbit hole a little bit later. So, first steps, it's going to outline exactly what it is that you are to do in order to get started with the online modules that represent most of the first quarter. So looking at these first steps, actually, let's go ahead over on the left-hand side and look at some of these options first, and then we'll look at the first step. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll back up to the top, and we're going to go to announcements. Announcements, that's where I post things, answers to questions. When you have a question, I will generally make a video and post it in the announcements. So here are some examples. Help with DC circuits troubleshooting. I had a student that had a difficult time with troubleshooting DC circuits, so I made a video to help him. If you're also having trouble with the DC circuit troubleshooting, you might check out this video. As often as you can, you should try to become as self-sufficient as possible, because to my knowledge, Ronco has not yet come up with a pocket instructor that you can take with you after you graduate. So part of my job is encouraging you to be resourceful and self-sufficient and find the information that you need through research. So here's an opportunity here to do just that. Every time someone posts a question, I will probably post a video to answer that question. So that is under announcements. Those videos are also located in the files section. Next, assignments. We click on assignments. You have a list of all of the assignments that are due the entire quarter. So they're broken down into modules. They're not listed here by modules. All of the assignments are listed here, regardless of what module they're in. So if you want to see all of the assignments at once, here's the place to do it, under assignments. Discussions. Questions and requests. This is a place where you can pose a question. It's a question that would be visible to everyone that accesses this Canvas course. So it's a question that you think you'd like everyone else to get in on, and I encourage that. Feel free to pose it here. If not, you can always contact me using the contact information, and of course email is best. Grades, this is where you will go to see your grades. The way this will work is every time you turn in the work, basically a sheet that tells me how you did on your online work, I will receive that via email, and then I will enter the grade into Canvas, and it should show up here. So that is your job to keep track of that, and I encourage you to do so. I will do my very best to make sure that I'm 100% accurate, and usually I am, but being human, I do make mistakes, so please check and make sure that when you turn something in within a few days, the grade for it pops up in your grade sheet. Okay, People has a list of everyone that is enrolled in the course, and these are clickable so you can access them via email. Pages. This goes right back to the home page, and that's basically all you will see here. Viewing all pages, this is just a place where all the pages are listed. You probably won't need to go here very much, but you're welcome to explore it. Under Files, this is where all of the information is stored for the entire course. So if you look at the hierarchy here, there's a course image. You'll probably stay out of that one. Electronics, ETCAI, which is our online training, and Fluid Power. So your 110 and 115 will come out of electronics, and your 118 will come out of Fluid Power. Those are the three courses that you're taking this quarter. So you can click on those, and if you click on, just say, Fluid Power, for example, you'll see hydraulics text. You'll see that we have some videos available for you to look at, and we have some worksheets and practice assignments. Under electronics resources, there are a number of different things, some of which also include the videos that are referenced up higher in the discussions and announcements section. So the announcements, remember, that's where those videos are. The videos themselves are actually stored in the files. So this is a great place to explore, is the files section. There's all kinds of different things. There are some examples, previous tests, worked out problems, a number of different resources. Basically, at the end of the quarter, I just dump all the stuff that I've created into the files section so that you all can pick through it and see if there's something valuable to you. Syllabus. The syllabus is actually in the files section. They are separate printed documents. There currently are no quizzes. All of my work is based online, so there won't be any quizzes most likely in here. I may change my mind. That's my prerogative, but I will certainly let you know before I do. Under modules, this is where the individual courses are listed. So you have a module for IERT 110, and underneath that entry are all of the individual assignments. You can click on the assignment, it will open it up, and it will give you instructions on how to do that assignment. In this case, those assignments are all based on those ETCAI modules, so there really isn't much here. You simply go through the modules, complete all of the work, and then move forward from there. Forward me the grade sheets from the modules. We'll cover that in another video, I think. Let's go back down to here. Nothing under conferences, nothing under collaborations. Panopto Recordings may have a couple things in there from time to time. It's certainly worth checking back. Nothing in there right now, but I may eventually put some recordings in there. I've never used it. I see no reason to use it, but if there's an advantage to using it, I will start using it. So you might want to check there from time to time. Here's some Canvas help, just generic help, and that really is just about it. So that is basically what our Canvas course looks like. Your navigation is along the left-hand side, and the stuff that you navigate to takes up the main portion of the screen. So let's go back down here to these first steps. And I think what we'll do is just work our way through this really quickly, and then I can make a separate video on how this is all done. So let's go ahead and look at this. Step 1 is to download 2 files. You have to download a setup file for each of the courses that you are working with, and then you also must download a file that contains all of the license keys so that you can access the full functionality of each of these modules. So if we go ahead and open up the ETCAI license file, of course we have to download it first. You can see it's downloading here. I can then go over here to download maybe, and of course now the thing is in the way. Let me see if I can access that. There it is. So this is what you see when you access it. So as we scroll down through this document, we see, maybe if we can get down further, right here, it's really being a little bit squirrely today. Basic Circuits Challenge. Here we right after the place where all the pictures are, it starts out with Basic Circuits Challenge for V5.1, site location, company name, Bates Technical College, license number, and then the license key is down here. These are the 3 things that you need to put in for the 3-line key. So here are the instructions. Install the program on your computer, and we're talking about the individual ETCAI program modules. Start each program by clicking on its icon. It'll come up and say it's a trial version, etc., etc., and then you can go ahead and enter the 3-line key. Enter these 3 lines: Tacoma, Washington, Bates Technical College, and the long license number, which you can also just copy and paste. Makes it a whole lot easier. Once you've done that, that module should then come out of trial mode and be fully functional. If we look down further as we go down this list, you see that here's Basic Circuits Challenge. If we can go past that, maybe, if it will allow me to do it, we see that we have DC Circuits Challenge 5.1. It's the same location, same company, different license key. So as we scroll through all of this document, we see that all of the license keys and the 3-line information is there for all of the modules, including ones that you will need in future quarters. So that is the missing part of the information for a lot of people, is having those license keys. And again, those license keys are in that file that's called ETCAI licensing.